Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 ways to do a better quad stretch. Stay tuned. When we want to do a quad stretch, we have to understand that we have to do it in the most safe way possible, as well as the most effective way possible. The best way that we can be effective with stretching these muscles are knowing exactly what we're trying to stretch. So the quad muscles, there are 4 muscles on the top part of the thigh. On the inside you have the vastus medialis, on the outside you have the vastus lateralis, and up the middle you have the vastus intermedius as well as the rectus femoris. All 4 of these muscles cross the knee joint, but the rectus femoris, that one actually crosses the hip joint. It's a little bit more of an advanced maneuver, so we're going to do that a little bit later in the video. But if you also understand the anatomy in this area, you also know that the IT band is on the outside here. And that will overlap that vastus lateralis, and sometimes they can stick to each other. So I wouldn't call this necessarily an IT band stretch, but I think we can get some stretch on the IT band when we do this. The quad stretch is probably one of my favorite stretches. It's really simple, especially while I'm outside running or doing something active. So the first way I'm going to show you how to do this is in a standing position. If I want to stretch the right quad muscle here, I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to reach back and I'm going to grab my right foot and ankle area and I'm going to pull my right heel to my right butt. My knee is going to be pointing straight down. There's no extra added value into pointing it out or backwards or forwards, just straight down to get the best effective stretch for this. Now, if you have instability issues where you might feel you're going to fall over, there's no shame in grabbing someone or something to keep yourself stable, and you can repeat this stretch. It's still going to be just as effective, just a little bit safer. The second way to do this stretch is by utilizing my opposite hand for a stretch on this right side. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to grab my foot and pull my heel to my butt here. Now with this, I'm going to feel a little bit more of a stretch on the inside of my thigh here. Now, if that's a stretch that you're looking to do and you want to stretch it more on this inside, this is absolutely the stretch for you. If you're going to do a general quad stretch, I would tell you to take that right hand like we did in the first one and pull the heel back. You're going to feel a more complete stretch rather than just the inside. The third way we're going to do this stretch is lying face down, and this is the stretch I show my patients all the time because it eliminates all of the anxiety or the fearfulness of tipping over or having balance issues. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to lay face down, and you can do this on the floor, you can do this in bed or any flat surface. And let's say we want to stretch this left side, we're going to bring the left leg up and we're going to reach back and grab the ankle or the foot, the back of the shoe, the back of the pants, anything that's going to draw that heel to the butt. And with this, we should feel a solid stretch in the front part of the thigh. Nice and easy, just like all the other stretches. We're going to hold it for 20 or 30 seconds. So as you can see, as how I'm doing it, I'm kind of rotated just because I'm talking to you. But in the real world scenario, I'd be laying down, nice and relaxed, just like that. If you're looking for a more advanced way to go about stretching the quads, you kind of use the bits and pieces of what we've already learned, but again, that rectus femoris, that one quad muscle that crosses the hip joint, we also have to address that. So up until this point, we've just been dealing with the quad stretches throughout the knee. Knowing now that we have one of those quad muscles that crosses the hip joint, a really great way to further stretch this is by also adding some hip extension to it. So the way that I like to show my patients is finding a table or a chair or a stool, something like that. We're going to put our knee on there just gently. We're going to do that quad stretch like we've already gone through, but we're also going to add some hip extension with it too. So on my other side, I'm going to step forward just a little bit. I'm just going to keep my pelvis neutral and we're going to extend the hip while we're still flexing that knee. So with this, we have a good solid quad stretch here, but we also feel it in this area here. So what if you don't have something like this? Let's say that you are in some sports practice or you're in the middle of a field and you want to do this. You can try to extend it back yourself as best as you can. Sometimes having someone to hold on to with the other side, having someone else maybe grab your foot, grab your ankle, and help you flex the knee and extend a little bit too. Again, with a buddy system, you're always trying to communicate with them and let them know if something doesn't stretch or if something hurts. You have to really communicate that as well. And that, my friends, is 4 really easy ways that we can work on stretching the quad. We saw that it is easy to maximize both the safety of doing this as well as the effectiveness of the stretch. So thank you for tuning in. Feel free to stick around. I have more videos that you can see, and we'll see you guys on the other side.